You know, if it weren't for him, I'd have followed my dream of being a basket weaver. And I'd be happy. He said art was for fruits and property would never tank. Yeah, thanks, Dad. Hey, buddy! You know what? The old bastard can rot in hell. Bye!
Oh my God!
Hey, we should catch up over a round of golf!
Anyway, I go on and on. There's a lot of
What
things.
was
But you know, I had always had my eye. You know, I look back now in life. We always think the grass is greener on the other side. You know, I had a farmer one time tell me, "Yeah, that's grass always looks greener on the other side." I go, he goes, "That's a farm thing." What do you mean? He goes, a lot of livestock, especially the goats, the grass is green where they're at, but they eat the grass underneath the fence. He goes, they'll cut their heads trying to eat the grass on the other side of the fence. I always thought that was kind of a funny analogy. I always think things are better elsewhere. I wasn't that unhappy. Obviously, where I was at, I had a great career going. But I always thought at the time that maybe W was the number one. We were number two with audience and ratings. And I always thought, man, it'd be great to see what I could do there at WWE. So, had met and talked with Vince McMahon just by chance. In a gym in Las Vegas one time. We were both in town, and he was real cool. Said I'd love to do business with me sometimes. So I definitely was looking to, you know, see what I could do in WWE for sure. That was the main purpose behind it.
So I understand that you initially signed with WBF because there was some type of no-compete clause after your contract.
Non-enforceable, really, legally, but I did sign a one-year non-compete.
Okay.
Which is why I signed the bodybuilding contract and not a wrestling contract with Vince McMahon.
So you were one of the hosts of the Body Stars television show, and I guess you were supposed to guest pose. Were you ever actually going to compete as a competitor, or was it all just going to be
That was strictly a one-year segue into the wrestling.
Yeah.
And I was going to be a guest poser. I got injured with a motorcycle wreck. Very serious one right before the guest posing.
Yeah, what happened with that, if you want to get into that? Because I've always been curious about that motorcycle wreck.
It was a bad one. Head on with a car, twilight, on like a 1.5 lane road. I was riding like it was mine in the car, in on a blind curve, and head on. I almost got out of the way, but knocked me probably 150 feet into the woods in the 7th tree. But I was a mess. You know, a miracle of God. I look back now. I didn't have a tree would snap me in two. You probably go pulling around 45 miles an hour. So,
where did that take place?
Okay. And so initially we're going to amputate my right arm. And Steve said my match team was there in the middle of the night, come back on the show. I was off that night. Don't ask me how I got off, but I was off. That was where I was riding my bike. And he was at a show, and he came back, and they came right to the hospital. And he got Dr. Andrews out of Birmingham. He's a world-renowned sports orthopedic. And people in Atlanta wanted to amputate the right arm. It was really bad. Multiple fractures through the skin. I had a lot of injuries, but that was the worst of it. And Sting heard them talking about amputating the arm. emergency surgery. We called Dr. Andrews, and was told him to do that. Tell him to clean him up and send him to Birmingham the next day, which we did. And Dr. Andrews somehow put that arm back together, and I was in the ring like 7 months later. Unbelievable recovery. I mean, I went and made my debut as a narcissist like 7 months later.
Did it have the same strength as before, or was there...
Well, I had to build back up, but the good thing about bone breaks is I still have steel rods in there. That thing with the steel rod in my forearm was the real deal. I had a titanium plate about 7 inches long, which I still have in my right arm. To hold the bones together, and once the bones heal, that's pretty solid. You worry about it a little bit, but doctors assured with that titanium plate and the bones are healed, you can start working out and get in the ring again. And the neurological stuff, they thought maybe I might have some neurological damage, because the damage was further down in my elbow and my hand, but there was none. My right hand and forearm and arm was stronger than my left arm. So
Wow.
it was I look up now, I give God the credit, but it was a miraculous recovery for sure.
What did the WWE initially say to you right after that accident? Did they always say it's going to be here for you when you're back, or were you afraid that for a bit that you were going to be possibly released?
Oh no, they took great care of me, and they paid me all the way through my 1 year as a bodybuilder, and they paid me all the way through my 1 year as a bodybuilder, and then jumped right into my debut for them as a narcissist with Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Why do you think the WBF didn't work?
I don't know. I mean, I think at the time, Weider out in California had a monopoly on supplements and magazines and things like that. To do a magazine, your own supplement company, you got to give Vince credit. He's bold. The football leagues, or you name it, he is not afraid. He is a born entrepreneur, and he wanted to do the bodybuilding thing. Him and I used to work out together. He loved working out, still does. Obviously, he's in incredible shape for a guy his age.
Yeah.
Amazing. So he always loved the workout lifestyle. So it was a natural thing for him to try as an entrepreneur and do supplement line going. So I give him credit, but I don't think that's an easy business. And there was a real monopoly at the time from a couple companies that he was up against. And he's an incredible entrepreneur, but he wasn't real experienced in that field, that endeavor. So I wouldn't know.
Let's send them off with a bang.
I wouldn't judge why it wasn't successful, just timing-wise, or I'm not sure.
What was Vince like to work out with?
Oh, he's there. He's right there, man. Great guy, great training partner.
Wow.
For sure, yeah.
It's all over, I'm afraid. Word from the uncle in Hong Kong. Got to sell.
He's all out.
Too much
Everything he
drama.
does.
Your condo should be
So
fine.
when did
I'm finished.
they approach you with
So
the
sorry.
narcissist?
I thought we could build something great here.
Champagne, Miss Baker?
No, Tom.
I just can't believe it. The day spa and gym closed. The razor supplements, a pipe dream, the meditation app, still in beta. It's a calamity.
政府该走人，就跟散家权一样。这些心血没错，虽然我是有很棒的腹肌和体态，但我也丢脸丢掉家了。
Well, at least after 5 years, we got this place opened. There is that.
Forgive me. I come in peace again. Well, I'm sorry about how everything panned out, but maybe I can help your uncle and you leave with a little more dignity. And more. I will offer asking plus 20% and a quick sale and a good relationship. But you gotta help me.
Help?
Kill my uncle.
Oh, Jesus. Cannot believe what I am not hearing.
And you'll keep your jobs. The diamond will remain the diamond. The entire team, even the monsieur. Yeah! You keep your jobs, and I can pull it off. If not, my uncle will attack you again. Kill you or destroy this place and buy it for peanuts. I'm sorry. I know it's not a great way to do business.
No kidding, it's not a great way to do business.
It's all I got. My uncle is renting La Fuente Blanca Ranch.
Okay, we'll think about it. They'll think about it. Now get out of here.
Yeah, get out of here. Gentlemen, madam, Excuse me.
What do you think?
I cannot do such a thing. But maybe you can. For a lot of money.
For a lot of money.
Ice cold, baby! Yeah! Ice cold!
Film, Tom. Yeah. But I see. And Bruce Pritchard told a story that I guess when Kurt would referee on house shows, he would rip some of your tassels all up.
Very good. Even though we sell, Mr. Chang will be very happy when Duggan's dead. Go to the ranch, take him out however you can. There'll be lots of guards, so get past them first. The money is ready to transfer as soon as it's done.
And tell him it's for me!
Was it special for you to wrestle in Madison Square Garden? What were the biggest differences backstage you noticed between WWE and WCW? How did you get along with Pat Patterson?
They know you're there. Look out for more guards on the way. So when you heard that they were going to switch the gimmick and make you a baby face, were you happy about that, or were you kind of comfortable and then that was the first gimmick at that point?
Everybody back!
Damn.
You can walk to the ring, you can wrestle. You kind of drilled, so never question the finish, never question character changes, and so he taught me to be a good foot soldier. I'll never forget those things Matthew Tony was. So when they called me and told me that they wanted to do I didn't know whether it would be a long-term gimmick at all, to be honest with you. I thought it was something for SummerSlam.
Okay.
Did you? That's what it explained to me. I was in the bus tour and Young Joker's doing it for the world title, so I didn't know how they were going to do the switch. That was a heel. Looking in mirrors. I didn't know how to slam the elbow. We could have walked through the week before, but he goes, definitely worked. I went from looking good to on July 4th being big place.
Wow.
The crowd had a great response live there on the TSX facility with a great setup. So there it was.
How did you like working with Yokozuna?
Oh, Yokozuna was a dream to work.
They know you.
Yeah. Were you disappointed at all? I've heard you say in other interviews you were, but I know as a fan, I was a fan of yours that time, and when they had the balloon drop or the confetti or whatever, when you won by count out, did you find that that was a little lame, considering the big build-up to that match?
And being the main event against Yoko for the world title, and pretty much mentioned if I was going to win a title, he'd rather maybe wait off until on WrestleMania. So, I definitely wasn't disappointed, and I knew that they would take Yoko off on a angle with Undertaker, and then if I was going to get another world title shot, they would try to zero back in on WrestleMania the following year, which was to see with Bret and I in the Royal Rumble, which I thought went great. We both hit the match at the same time.
Yeah.
I think it's the only time ever in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, that I know of, yeah.
And,
was that scary going into that, thinking that you might screw that up?
We didn't know. That was, wow, Bret's so good. Bret hung on to me and just timed it. That was just going backwards over the top rope. And back then, they were scared it was going to look really bad. So I thought it would be good.
And I understand you were pretty good friends with Brad outside of it. Are you still a big coffee connoisseur? I understand, Brett, you had that in common. Now, for the Let's Express itself, what were your thoughts on that concept and how it played out? Wow.
Morning radio shows at 6 a.m. calling and in person from city to city every day. Then do like 2 appearances, like 3-hour autograph sessions. Try to get to the gym, and then I go in the evening newscast with the weather guy, and it was morning till night. It was exhausting, but it was good. It was very well done.
Now, I I don't know if you've heard this or not, but I guess Bruce Pritchard did a podcast on you where I guess he was working with you a bit during that Lex Express time, and he said you started to make requests where you would want to fly into a city, then get on the bus and end up staying at the Marriott at night and just go on the bus when you had to make the appearances. Is there any truth that you were asking for those, or is that him telling a different version of what happened?
I have to do what he said.
Okay.
I wanted to stay at the Houston hotel because of my training. And I didn't want to stay at a hotel that didn't have room service. So I did like Marriott, so I might have put in a Marriott request for a hotel. Room service.
Right.
I wasn't trying to get a Ritz-Carlton or anything, but I wasn't on the road that much. For my training, I wanted to be at a hotel. So, I mean, maybe in the office, and new things that I might have asked for, I don't know. So I don't know if that's a false really. But I was on the bus most of the whole tour to see my family a couple times. They took me home for like a day. So I was on the road. I really flew. I was fleeing on the bus the whole time. I did fly once in a while. The one thing we did with my family, we small children, if we could, they would do it. So we moved down there. It was time to go a really long ride. And when you get to California, they find you home. They find you California. Like next day. Something like that. But I never really questioned that. That was something that they didn't do for me, so I was just my family a little bit. So when they see a set, a lot. You know, I scheduled.
Yeah.
When you get a day to home with your family, they're going to fly you from where you're at in Denver home to Atlanta, and I'm going to fly to LA and get back on the bus. So I wouldn't just take a hotel and go hop on the bus and go to Jersey and fly there. I was on the bus and working here in Queens. I was on the bus. So a lot of time on the bus.
Yeah.
Definitely.
He also mentioned there was a video crew with you on the bus the whole time. Is that accurate?
Not the whole time. There was just
Okay. Yeah, because after I heard that, I was wondering, like, maybe in a few years, there's suddenly going to be a video that comes out of everything you did on the bus at that time. But also, that would become a bit annoying to have a crew around you in those close quarters.
I've been up to 5 in the morning eating breakfast and then doing appearances and signing all the loans, but then they go in the bus with the camera crew to, let's get some outtakes and reflect on the day, and I was like a zombie. So I said that was probably exhausting. But
plus wrestling, too, I guess you were probably doing on this tour, right?
No, they took me
out
of the wrestling.
Okay.
There's no way. I was literally, I'm not exaggerating.
Yeah.
I was on the bus doing appearances from get up at 5 in the morning and literally till dark.
Wow.
And maybe run to the gym, get an hour workout. It was literally all day long, every day.
If you had an hour to work out and you were in a town where the Lex Express was promoted, how did you get people to leave you alone? Because I'm not anywhere near as famous as you, but people in my town bother me when I'm working out. So I can only imagine how difficult it would have been for you. I've
always gone around the gym just fine. I kind of got myself in the zone. I put a pair of headphones on.
Yeah.
And those are kind of like the gym type of more, I don't know if the hardcore is the word, but gold gyms up. Guys are all training themselves. So during your workout, they might ask you for something on the way in or way out, or autograph or a picture or something. But most people, the types of gyms I've trained in, because I needed a gym that had some free weights and things like that, they were pretty respectful of letting me get my workout in, for sure.
Okay, that's good. So the Lex Express went from this time period that was supposed to happen, I guess, and then it just ended. So it was never supposed to be an ongoing thing.
That was just for the summer. What happened to your bus? I go, I don't know. Maybe they turned it back in. I don't know. I bet it was like my bus.
Yeah. Now, Ludwig Borga, everyone remembers that feud. He was kind of a controversial character in his later years. What was your experience like working with him?
Ludwig and I got along fine. I don't know if we were the best matchup in the ring because he worked strong and I worked strong.
Yeah.
So, but outside of the ring, and he liked to go to the gym. We used to go to the gym together and stuff. So we got along good outside of the ring. But so, yeah, I think that might not have been the best match. It was a good idea. I don't think I worked with both relatively inexperienced, and he worked strong. And some guys who
What about the contest? The shots didn't bother you? I can imagine.
Welcome. Have a good time.
And towards the end of your WWE run, you were teaming with Davey Boy Smith. I understand you guys were friends even before that. Do you want to just talk a little bit about him?
Yeah, we hit it off from day one. Once again, the dream thing working out. He came in, and he was incredible. And then we hit it off. Fred introduced us to friends with Brett and Owen, and we were traveling all the time together. And I got to know his family. And we got to see him in Florida. We stayed at his house. We went to England. They all the guys in the bus, they let Davey drive his Jaguar around.
Hey,
I stayed with Davey at his mom and dad's house, and we just became great friends. Great guy, great talent. He talked about being massively over England. God, unbelievable. So we had wonderful friends. I really would say great sense of humor. Terrible guy.
And you were teaming with him before you departed. What made you actually switch? Because I understand you took a pay cut when you switched over to WCW.
I did. I was thinking that we renegotiate my contract with WWE with the business team. So you kind of wanted to be assigned to give 9-day notice. Didn't mean you were leaving. The person who wanted to do the deal just didn't want to roll over. I wanted to do maybe some things in the fitness.
Yeah.
I thought we got to do some things outside of wrestling, workout-wise, and making up some money, and doing commercials. I didn't know if I wanted to get flexibility in contract. So I really wanted to notice because I didn't want to do that. But we had to negotiate through it. My 9-day contract ran out, but we found out that we could work place because we went on for months after that. But the lawyers wasn't too good about the lawyers were working it out, so we went through contract. And it was kind of dragging out a little bit. And I had a Washington conversation with King. I didn't know that he started a new show.
Right.
And we came through a conversation that I had my contract with that and I was no longer in contact that we did this. King on that almost went off the phone. You work in WWE now and you're not in your contract. And then all my contract, I gave him 9-day notice and expired a couple months after he was I mentioned all that was his fault. The rest of history. And he was a surprise guy. Money into it.
Now, Bruce told a different story, so I just wanted to get your opinion on that. He said that J.J. Dillon was continuously trying to get you to re-sign, and you kept saying you were going to and putting him off. and I guess that's why in his opinion JJ may have had some heat with you after that, but okay. Right. Yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because this podcast, I'm surprised you haven't heard about it, but it was all about you. They talked about your career for 70 minutes, I think. I listened to it on the way down. So, yeah. Right.
I wasn't like leading anybody on, like negotiating WWE, WCW. That's not happened in a matter of like a couple of weeks. I went from thinking I was going to re-sign WWE to walking out on Nitro in a matter of like a week and a half. It all happened.
And you wrestled in New Brunswick, Canada the night before. Was that your last scheduled match, or was there other matches that WWE was expecting you to do? Before.
Again, I was not on the contract.
Okay.
So I was on night-to-night basis anyway.
It's all over, I'm afraid. Word from the uncle in Hong Kong. Got to
I
sell.
wasn't able to give notice.
Right.
Because part of the agreement that Eric Bischoff wanted it to be a surprise. Like the WCW there, Eric Bischoff, I heard, wasn't a big Lex Luger fan. So that's why he wanted to test my. So I told myself, and my reputation was being kind of arrogant, so he kind of lowball and see what he bought on the money. He really would like to come back here and work with us. I know Sting, you love him. He's one of your best friends. But, and Eric, I'd love to be part of that. And just come back and give my best friend Sting, and got a new show going. So, and boy, look out there.
And what?
But I definitely had great misgivings about that food something wrestling.
Very good. Even though we sell, Mr. Chang will be very happy when Duggan's dead. Go to the ranch, take him out however you can. There'll be lots of guards, so get past them first. The money is ready to transfer as soon as it's done.
And tell him it's for me!
What did you hear from the WWE side? Because obviously there was probably still pay that they owed you. You probably had some contact after. Did you hear any feedback to what happened?
Yeah, we're not going to pay you anything. That was the feedback. You were down now and you want the money to us.
Did you?
They know you're there.
I see.
I looked into what we did. We're trying. I think to sum it up, it was in a long line.
How much did they owe you?
Oh, I don't know. They did some basic emailing and,
The house shows that you just completed. I see. And Bruce? Okay. Bruce apparently said Pat Patterson's reaction to it was to say, well, he's their problem now. Now, when I was Pat's quote about it, and what I noticed when you debuted on Nitro, you looked like the old Lex Luger, which amazed me because you had just been on WWE TV. And there was a distinct difference in your look. It seemed like your hair had magically grown.
No, I started going a little bit there. It had nothing to do with me. It all happened a week and a half. I decided I was going to grow my hair out a little bit.
Okay.
At WB, so that had nothing to do with it. But I definitely felt comfortable back to Stinger and the guys back in WCW. That's kind of where I...
You look like you're back where you belong.
Comfortable, yeah.
Yeah.
No doubt.
And what was it like dealing with Hogan? Because I guess you had probably met him in WWE, but this was the first time you're actually having a confrontation with him in the ring and working with him.
Yeah, I hardly knew him at all. And the first night didn't go well because when we got nose to nose on Nitro, we went to commercial break. And to come back out of it, we still be nose to nose. And the camera guys were like, hey, we're off for whatever it was, a minute or two. So I built character a little bit. Nose to nose, and there was a lifestyle there. And the house was all business about his business. I didn't know nothing around me. So I kind of no fun. And most of the other things that they knock that smile, just take that smile off the face all night. I started walking out, so we went to clean off. I started I'm like, I didn't even just, that's okay, you just think you can only take care of that. You have to take the money out of my pocket, walk away. I went home and told my wife to go for it. My first time I came to W, and I just picked up all over it. So, I said, oh my God, you were done too good. So I walked up. Next week at TV, where for a second I thought, I couldn't step up and do it on my friends, but I found myself doing that. Now, we had much stuff. I'm never going to get this stuff. I thought we all seen. I understand totally where you were coming from, and I can't apologize. I think you may get stuff from your business, but at the same time, I apologize to you. He was very grateful, and everyone did it. No one knows that everyone did it. And obviously, he put the belt on me.
Yeah, which is what I was going to ask you about, yeah.
He obviously got along really well outside of it, and I have enormous respect for him, obviously. And he had no respect for me, obviously. He didn't have anybody, and he gave me the honor. So that was huge. Acknowledging him.
Wow. And were you surprised that night? I understand you found out just before you walked out to the ring that you were going to win the title.
He left us waiting for that. And once I'm in, once in a while, someone will come out the end of it. I didn't know the Eric and always had a really good ball for the guys that didn't mess up with him. I see the thing with a little ball, so they did that too. Even the dog might go that they did that the following weekend. That was a phrase.
Go in the chopper. Moving through there. Go! Go!
What a response. That was sort of shit live on Nitro. Nobody saw that coming. I didn't know so I almost looked forward to him.
So I guess you became friends with Elizabeth because she was brought back to be with Ric Flair at some point in WCW, and you probably had interactions with her.
Not a lot.
Am I right in thinking Mr. Duggan is being evacuated in a helicopter? It would be very bad for all of us if he got away. Particularly you, if you want to get paid. Take that how you will.
And that was about it. So that's the second year that I was back. I've been shooting TV. I was on the road all the time. I was on Monday night, and every day I was at the hotel afterwards, and we had a couple of beers with them, but we didn't get a lot of interaction for a while. For 2 years there, I didn't hate it. That was about it.
So when did you start developing the relationship? Because obviously you had a family, but you were on the road all the time, and it was a real party atmosphere from what I understand in those days.
It was, and we I mean now it's as much a thing as instant workplace probation, but it started out as that, and it developed, and it was also something nobody knew, and from we got booked to the work together. It was my idea, but it was the idea of the booking people. And so now we're together. We can outfit as well. And so each place to get to like an outfitter and it was like a work-based relationship.
So when? At what point did it actually start affecting your home life?
Well, probably me without me realizing. But obviously, for the minute now. So, if you were thinking back to what this technology took so out, that number was going serious.
Move, idiot!
Were you still under contract when it was bought out? Did you have some time left under contract? So you were living? Yeah.
It's done, isn't it? Don't say anything. I don't want to know. But I know. Dear Lord, I'm an accessory to murder. Multiple murders. Well done, me. Yay. Okay. Come back to the casino so we can dot the I's and cross the T's on this deal, okay?
Was it your wife finding out about Elizabeth that ended the marriage, or was it the drugs and alcohol issues?
Yeah.
Did Macho Man ever have any issue with you dating her when you guys were still working for WCW? Was she already into the pills and stuff before she started dating you, or did you kind of...
I get asked that question a lot. I think she spoke that in, but I wasn't really around her much. Well,
yeah.
I met her. So when I met her, she could think a little bit.
She did. Finally guessed this one. Even if I didn't take down Maven.
Salutations. Welcome back. They're waiting for you in the lobby. I heard you acquitted yourselves most adroitly.
Bravo, bravo! Well done. Thanks to you all, I now have full ownership of this card house. And Mr. Chang is on a flight heading west.
Things are changing already.
Absolutely. What are you waiting on, Mr. Connors? If ever there was a celebration in need of champagne, the death of my uncle is it.
Well, very good. Very good.
Come on now. That might be the last bottle of French you get to open. The Trust has a vineyard up north. Stuff tastes like sparkling piss. But they let us put champagne on the label. Now, cheers.
Cheers. Well, I guess that's one of the many cost savings we can look forward to under your ownership.
All in the name of synergy, my dear. You just get me twice the profit from half the outlay, we'll get along fine. But that reminds me. Vincent.
Yes, sir.
We'll no longer require your services.
Huh?
Security is something we're more than capable of handling ourselves.
But...
Give in your pass at the desk.
I see. Yes, sir. It was a privilege working with you fine people.
Thank you, Vincent.
Well, you all got a casino to run. Don't wait too long before putting my first check in the post.
They should at least gave him a drink.
I hope to see you all on the tables.
Well, the joys of being American-owned. Well, it's not how I hoped things would turn out, but we're still running. Oh, and your condo's still worth something. At least. Well, I've got some work to do.
Very good. Good luck, old friend.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people do, we stop to pills or something once in a while.
Yeah. That's probably gonna be it for me, man.
Prior to, if she ever
No, it feels so damn soon, because I woke up late from the nap.
So at the time of her passing, were you guys both divorced?
Came home a little late, took a shit, smoked a cigarette,
okay.
Sleep.
And the domestic abuse allegations, did anything really come of that, or what was that all about? Was that just the bad side?
At the townhouse where I was at, we had parked in the garage door was open. I don't know what the neighbor felt she saw, but she had called the police, and we both explained that the police, Liz had a mark on her face from walking the dogs like a week prior, a scrape mark. But when the police came, the one police guy, we kind of both felt that he wanted to take me to jail. Liz and I both felt that way. And we both told him that we had two dogs, German Shepherd and Husky. They did Christians with each other, and they wrapped them on her legs. She fell down and had a bruise, you know.
That's it for me, y'all. Good night.
On her face, but now she'd been crying because we'd argued that night.